autocratic, we have democratic, you have so many leadership styles. Let people understand your leadership styles. Then you too, that you are studying somebody, understand this person's leadership style. This person's leadership style is autocratic. Can I adapt? Can I be able to work with this person? So because your own leadership style is democratic, you now feel, okay, there must be a balance. Find a balance to say, okay, it's a win-win thing. We'll get there. It's a win-win thing when we are trying to resolve conflicts. How do I do? So understand this person's leadership style. You'll be able to work well with that person. Personality. I know in our last training that I did, we did something on personality. It says, look at it. You'll be able to understand somebody's personality. This person is this kind of person that's, when I come in the morning, I have to greet. This person that's, everywhere is bubbling. Or this person that just come quietly and just move to his or her office. Or this person that is just, everybody knows that this person is around. You must understand their personality. That is what makes life goes on. You must understand their personality. This person is, if we are supposed to be doing major training, we have what we call yellow, green, red, and blue. When you say somebody is yellow, that means this person is a social person. F3. This person is a social person. You go anywhere you are, they enter. You must know this person has entered that place. Yellow. You know the person already.
It's yellow.
And another person is red. The red is everything is about work. This is red. Don't talk before you even say anything. The work I gave you, have you done it? Okay. That's red. That's the person's personality. So you must understand their personality. So a lot of us, we are in between.
What is blue?
Blue. All right. No, that one is another training. I can't go into that. I'll come back to that later. That's a training. That's another training. I can't go into. Let's move on. You have to pay for that one. You have to pay for that one. It's not no. Please no. We are not done. So ethics. Your ethics differs too. My ethics in HR is you must do something right. Even when nobody is watching you. That's what is called excellence. You understand? Do things right. Integrity. Even when no one is watching you. When everywhere is dark. You must make sure you stay on to that. So your own ethics could grow input into my own ethics. My ethics is transparency. Because tomorrow, somebody will come and there's no how somebody will not find out what you're doing. Because you'll not be there for life. Even if you are the kind of person that will not go on leave. One day, if office no leave you, you go leave the office. So when you will not go, they will not see everything that you have been doing. You understand? So ethics. You must this person says, this is my ethics. My ethics is accountability. My ethics is transparency. My ethics is integrity. So when you understand that person's ethics, you don't need to patronize the person and say the person must compromise. What you need to do is that, if I go to this person I must be right all the time facing this person. Right? So you must understand. So if you don't, you begin to have conflicts with that person. Please, let's move on. Our time is moving. Let's move on. Causes of conflict, poor communication, like we said from the beginning, resource scarcity. Because I can't do my work well. I don't have work to work with. I don't have tools. All right? You're working it. Mr. Bidin, you're working on it. Always working on it. Difference in goals, your values, your expectations differs. That's where we have conflicts. Role ambiguity, because you don't understand your roles. What am I doing? You do one today. Tomorrow they give you another one. This one you don't. And there's going to be conflict because you can't complete one task. Right? Organizational structure, reporting relationships and strategy. Personality clashes and ego. I can't bend down for anybody. No way. That's what my parents taught me. I must be. Alpha male, alpha female. I can't bend down. The ego in you. But if you're in the workplace, if you miss people, you need to bend down. Because you don't even know. There are a lot of people that carry so much in them. It is when you go into their midst and begin to talk, you know that you know nothing. You know nothing. But your ego has so much clouded you that you think you are all in all because of the small place you are in. But when you move into some network people, you move into some places, you understand that, I am far. I don't even know anything. Ego will not allow you. Workload imbalance. So much work. and you don't have nobody to say delegate to, so much to do, right? It can bring conflicts. It must be you. Don't do it. Don't give it to another person. It must be you. No. When you can delegate, please, let's delegate. Unclear policies and procedures. You don't understand the processes. You don't understand the procedure of this place. You don't understand it. Please ask questions. If not, you'll be going to conflicts with people. Authority imbalances. Today we are here. Tomorrow we move from here to here. Different people, they are not balanced. They are not saying, no courts. This is where we are going to. Everybody is just bringing their own in. All right, we bring conflicts in the workplace. Let's move on. Approaches to conflict management. How do we ensure that we manage our conflicts in the workplace and everywhere we go to? Interest-based. Look at the interest of that person. And let's see, can we compromise? Where can I meet this person so that we don't have conflicts? Power-based. This person is always, power toxic. This person, is it my team lead? She's my team lead. And also the team lead. Do I have a team member that knows that I knows better than me? Hey, the day you stop learning, you stop dying. So nobody, you can learn vertically. You can also learn horizontally, upward, downward. So don't say I'm the one that knows it all. My team member doesn't know anything. You can learn from them. All right. Then the last one. What am I saying then? Rights-based. Everything that you are. Please just understand your perspective on everything. Let's move on. Interest-based relationship, relational approach. Relationships are first priority, which I keep saying to everyone. Relationship matters a lot, wherever you go to. Anything you do, even if the person is not beneficial to you now, tomorrow you don't know what tomorrow holds for the person. So don't look down on anybody. From the gatesman, I was talking with somebody the other day. I said, from the gatesman to security to cleaners to everywhere. Some of the cleaners, I've seen cleaners rising from being a cleaner to a cashier in a bank. It's just being focused. So you can imagine if they have looked down on that person and you now need them. So there's the story. Where I come from, there's a cleaner. About anytime we see cleaners, we always ask them, why are you here? Why are you doing cleaning work? And when they tell us, okay, where do you want to go? And they tell us this is where they want to go. This is okay, want to go back to school. And amongst the whole department, we begin to contribute. You must do, okay, what do you have? You have WAEC, or you don't have WAEC. You want to do GC, you want to do all that. And make sure that every one of them go to school while they are still working. So one of them that I know very well did HND, HND, and at the end of the day, got job in Access. One day, one of my boss went there and was on the queue. You know, we queue now when you get to bank, another bank, if it's not your own. Queue, and then from nowhere, the girl just called, Mister, please, can you come forward? So he was like, who is calling me? From where? By the time he didn't get now walked up to him. The way they changed the atmosphere of that place. He felt the man die by hugging and the guy has to come and say, this man, if not for this man, I will not be here today. That was like 6 years after. If not for this man, I will not be here. So never look down on anybody. Relationship, make it your priority. Separate people from their problems. This is the person I'm talking to. Separate them from the problems they have. And sometimes also somebody comes to tell you something, rants about something. Ask the person. That's a coaching skill we do. Ask the person, do you want my advice? The person might just come to you to be ranting, doesn't need any advice from you. Okay? So ask the person, do you want advice or whatever? So before you start providing solution. Right? Separate people and their problems. Address the problems. Don't address personality, please. Address whatever it is. Don't, because addressing personality can make somebody you kill that person morale. Focus on interests represented. Listen first, then talk second. Listen to what the person has to say. Then if you don't have anything to say, just say, I will come back to you. Can you give me some time? I'll come back to you on this. Set out the facts. When somebody is talking to you, lay out the facts. Or if you have to talk to somebody, these are the facts, these are the examples I have. You something so that the person can also understand. Oh, I remember I did this or something. Than just say, you did something to me. I can never forget what it was, Explore options together. When you're having conflict with people, what options do we have? Where can we work together? What other options, apart from this, what else can we do to ensure that we work together on this? All right, please move ahead. Approaches to conflict resolution, there's a win or lose. Somebody must lose, somebody must win. Is that the approach that I want to use? Please don't take it personal. If the person is the one winning, okay, I understand you better now. Okay, no problem. I will work with it this way. Lose. Everybody just go their way. Okay, we are both wrong. Nobody is winning anything. Please, no victor, no vanquish. Let's remain the way we are. Then win-win situation. I give 50, you give 50. We come to a compromise. Approaches to conflict resolution. Next slide. Conflict resolution process. Define and understand what is the cause of your conflicts. Let's understand so that the person will not repeat it. Another, gather information. Consider all alternatives. What else can we do? Must it be only this way? There are always options. Agree on solutions on what to do. Then make sure you implement the solution. Don't just agree. When do we start implementing this thing? At what time? Okay, follow up on that person. Follow up with actions. All right, next one. Conflict handling styles. Let's move on. So let's look at this case study quickly. I think about 2 slides remaining, Abi. Let's quickly look at this stuff. Adedoyin and Helen. Let's look at Adedoyin and Helen's were charged with the task of bringing new customers to the company. Please understand it properly. Adedoyin wants to use direct mail to bring attention to the company's offerings. That is what the company is selling. And Helen wants to move forward with expensive television and campaign, brand and com. Adedoyin thinks that Helen is wasting a lot of money putting the messages out there for an untargeted audience of viewers. That is brand and com, right? And Helen thinks that Adedoyin is wasting money by spending something out that's just going to get tossed in the trash. Who wants to talk about it? No, don't go. Who wants to talk about it? Talk well. Oh, yeah.
By all means, you have the floor.
Oh, yeah, read. No, they are both working together. They are both giving them.
Okay, so I would assume that, and do they work in the same unit?
Yeah.
Yes. So I would assume that it would be a communication issue. I would also assume that if the two of us work in the same, that's myself and I'll say are they doing, and the other buyers like doing. So it would be that, it also shows that there is no coherence in the team. Because if we're a team, we are a team. And meaning that from ideation up until execution, we should be on track. Even with spending and what do you think we can do different? How do you think we can come about this? As we keep rubbing minds together, it would be. So there's also nothing, it also depends on the person executing. So maybe the person is maybe high as executors, probably not paying attention to buyers, what buyer is saying between the lines. So maybe at some point it would be good I step down and allow buyer try out a couple of things to see if it will make any changes, or maybe it's just that I'm stuck in my own ways and ideas. So I don't know if that.
Okay. Any other person that wants to explain? Yes.
Okay, so I'm looking at it from another angle. First of both of them are thinking, because the statement is saying are they doing things that Ellen also thinks that are they doing wasting time. So both of them are making assumptions essentially. However, it's left for both of them to come together and communicate clearly, because their goal is to bring new customers to the company.
Fantastic.
So that's what they should be interested in, not what both of them are thinking of. So they can come together and talk it out, instead of assuming that one person is wasting money and one person is wasting efforts. They can just come together and talk and look at new ways of bringing new customers into the company.
All right. Okay. Yeah, Faith.
Okay, adding to what Bam said, both of them are thinking. And to me, I also think that both of them are right in their own opinion. So because Adedoyin feels, oh, I want to bring new customers, I feel this is a better way, directs me. Then why Ellen thinks, or rather, right? Why Ellen thinks that she wants to, go use the media rounds to bring customer. So both of them are right in their own way. So it's just for them. So that might, if they don't understand each other, where they are coming from, that might cause conflict. And to resolve their conflict, they have to now come together with an understanding and say, okay, we have both different interests, but I want us to come together and say which of them, okay, this one, maybe I didn't even explain the reason why she wants, probably might bring higher customers, or they might bring the targeted customers, probably the one with high end. Then they want to say, okay, I'm doing this because of money. Because most of the times, doctor will used to ask us that why we're not doing running ads. We'll say, oh, sometimes there's no money. Not because of, that if we run ads, there's going to be, significant, depends on the amount of ads you're running. Then that's the, kind of a premium clients you get. So that might be the reason why Ellen is not using the media rounds. But once they come together on an agreement and explain to each other, okay, this is the reason why I feel we should take this route. It might be better because of there is no money. Then I think they might now come together and say, okay, let's use, or that might now resolve their conflict between each other.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I was going to call you because I've not heard your voice.
Okay, so I think this is a clear example of conflict in work ethics.
Yeah.
Because Adedoyin has an opinion, Ellen has an opinion. So like Bam Bam said, the solution is just for them to come together and communicate what each work ethic is and find a common ground.
Right. Fantastic. So it's all about work, yes.
Okay, so yes, an example of workplace ethics, right? But then, to me, I feel this is more an explanation of conflict of interest. They both have, yes, they are both interested in one thing. They have a goal, right? And approach. Yes, but they're different approach, right? And at the same time, both of them have to have a clear understanding of what exactly do we want to achieve. So there's a part there that says that untargeted audience of the viewers, they can actually have a chit chat and say, okay, let's say if we were to go with the route of is it Ellen that made the
Expensive television.
I think it's Ellen that said, okay, let's go through the route of media, right? So let's let them even try to say, okay, who are even our target audience? Do you think if we actually write out who our target audience will be, it might even make us, we might be able to even get more customers than, even when you're selling the mail actually too, how sure are we that we even have the right people that are selling the mails to? So yes, it's just for them to really understand what they want to do. Yes, they all, both of them want to achieve the same goal for the company. They want to make the company make more money. But then it's just for them to understand that, okay, they are both right actually. There's no, they both have the same, I think there was a part where you said something about innovation or something. Yeah, so it's just about them doing that, okay, how do we go through this, how do we actually bring new customers to the company and there will be no issues.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Everybody is right. We are all right. So what it means is that because we said conflict brings cohesion. That means everybody is working in silos. I want to do my own. This person wants to do it. There's no teamwork. So Adedoyin thinks I'm right sending mail, and you are the one wasting money. This mail I'm sending, it's at least I want to cut costs. You understand? And Helen is saying, by the time you even send the mail, maybe they will just tear it and print it and just tear it or just delete it. Right? They are both right. But what does conflict make? Conflict makes us to be innovative sometimes. So by the time, what is expected for them to do is to sit down together and say, who are our target audience? Where are they? For them to be able to work together. You understand? Instead of having this ego, remember we said conflicts, everybody has ego. You understand? For them to work together and say, we are losing our target audience. They usually work DSTV. They see YouTube. So let's do adverts on air. Or, these are the people that are always on the go. It's emails they work with. Or we go one-on-one and talk with them. It's by coming together, understanding the goal. The goal is for us to bring in customers. So let's agree on one avenue we're going to use. And if this one is not working, we can then go on to this other one. All right, in order to, this is what conflict brings. Everybody working, I want to do my own, I want to do your own. There will be no teamwork. All right, let's go. We are almost ending. Conflict handling in contractual relationship: consult, negotiate, reconciliation, mediation, arbitration, litigation. If I ask legal now to talk, I know we will not live here, but we all understand what it means. What are you consulting? Negotiate with people, reconcile with people. If it means that you need to call the third party, have a mediation. Or arbitration, we all know what arbitration, then litigation when it has to go with legal way. Let's move on. Tools and techniques for resolving conflicts through mediation, which you have said, conflict resolution, workshops, surveys and feedback tools, clear documentation. These are the ways in which we can actually resolve conflicts and know where it is. We are doing some surveys, and the surveys we are doing right now, it's just for us to know what and what can we get better. Where are the gaps, and where, so that people will not be having conflicts in the workplace. All right, move on. Disciplinary procedure for conflict resolution. We are informal talk. You talk on one-on-one with the person and says, what you did wasn't right. Can we change it? Can we oral warning, if it's HR, oral warning or reprimand, don't do it again. Formal written warning, disciplinary actions or sanctions, then we can then do, say, dismissal. All right, this is disciplinary procedure in the HR way. Move on. Personal action plan. Each one of us, what will you start doing today? I'm going to go randomly. Florence, what will you start doing today? Based on today's session, which is conflict resolution and mediation.
First, for me, I would first try to understand the person I'm dealing with first. Because like we said, when I came in from later, I was able to pick up based off interest. People's interests differ, and you can't possibly, or I can't possibly force my interest on you. And in interest too, we have something underlying called perspective. So your perspective might be different from mine. What I come with bird's eye view from my end might actually be short-sighted. Then, what will I stop doing? For me, I guess it's maybe finding faults in people's. I'm trying to look for the word. Wanting to, do good. There was something Jackson said. Like there are some people that really don't like it when, maybe yelled at or corrected in the open. Someone like me, I might take offense to it, and I'm like, that's your cup of tea. I might not even want to listen to you again. I'll just let you talk, and that's it. But I'm working on, trying to reason with the other party and say, this is where my fault lies. Or for instance, it's left for you to, work on this. So I'll stop maybe just seeing things from my own perspective and, should I say, taking offense when I might be the one at fault. Then what do you continue to do? Be at peace with all. That's what I'll continue to do. Because I don't want to do.
All right. Based on today's session.
Based on today's session, I will stop doing try and concluding without analyzing what other people feel. Because looking at maybe from the first reaction or from the first action, I conclude that this is what this person is trying to, but and that might bring about the conflict. But see this as a bringing the conflict, you'll be able to analyze further and not just conclude at the first insight.
Okay, thank you. Victory, what will you continue to do?
I'll continue to be open-minded.
Okay. Okay.
That's what
All right. Tosin, what will you start doing?
For me, I will start being a better listener, because I believe one of the key issues that happens when conflict is not listening or trying to understand what the other person has. Sometimes it's based on establishing information that based on assumption that you understand what the person is trying to explain, and you have a better solution already. So I think for me, which I have been in the process, to start being a better
Listener. Okay. Madam Fatima, what will you continue to do?
Like you said, continue to, from what I've learned to, you continue to understand that in the workplace, people have different personalities. And you can still get the best out of people, even with their personalities. Okay, for example, in my team, you know, one of the things I've been able to learn is that I have people, if I say I want something done now, I know someone who can do now. I know someone who will take time and set pace. I know someone who will do it. So, but when you now group all of them together and you expect things to be done the same way, there are a lot of issues that would arise. I remember Maka and I used to fight. If I want her to do something, you know that. If I want her to do something,
Write it down. Write it down. Maka will not like anything that will be asking me.
So, if I want her to do something, you know, that's understanding them. So if I ask Antonia, I say, Antonia, do this thing for me. I don't need to talk again. I've done it. If I say, Amaka, so I can find that Amaka will come. After we talk, she can come and say, my madam, what did you say again? Amaka, I'm not repeating myself. So, but I understand that. So if he started and I told her, I said, okay, you know what? You and I this week, we are going to fight to finish. If I have to. And I saw that she picked it up. So what I saw is that she will take her time, but she will do it well. And sometimes that might not need that taking of time. I want someone who will do it quickly. So understanding, and like if I say Faith, I don't talk too much, but I see that she does it very well. So some of the things we overlook when we want to do it quickly, she takes time and she does it and she analyzes and she does it. So one of the things is understanding. I'll continue to understand my people, know their strength. They are all good in their different ways. I know when to push this. So it's to continue to do it and then to make sure that.
Okay, in order to avoid conflict. Fantastic. Can we move on to the next one? I think that is all. So thank you, everyone. Please go ahead. Please move on to questions.
This is really nice, I would say. However, where do we now draw the line between when you are being gaslighted?
Gaslighting. That means somebody is telling you what you, just trying to play with your emotions, what you say is not real, trying to, okay?
We are in an organization and you know, people can be really funny. And people try to, you know, there's a way, when people gaslight you, they make you look as though you are the problem. Yeah. You are the one reacting, and they are not the problem. Because you say trigger words to people, you make, you either give facial expressions or you use a particular kind of statement or tone in referring to those people. Where and how do we now manage or undo when you are being gaslighted? Because when you see the reaction, it will look like this person is too reactive. However, maybe you've ignored one, you've ignored, and it's looking like, you know, there's a chance that somebody is being gaslighted and a lot of people will not pick it, except you're someone who has experienced it and you know when someone is gaslighting.
All right, so I will say it in two ways. Or does anybody want to answer that before I say mine? Okay, please.
Okay, so one of the things
We've spent more than 45 minutes.
So one of the things I've learned about people like that is that they're almost narcissists. They like it that way. But the worst you can do is to give them the reaction they want. I didn't learn it early. I learned it late. The best thing you can do is you ignore. It might be hard, but that's the best thing to do. When I say ignore is that they know if you're going with them with receipt and say, but ma, this was what you told me to do, there's always something. They like that point. It makes them feel who they are. But one of the things I've learned, that I'm learning, is that ignore. Ignore in the sense that they say that brush it off. Don't give the reaction they want because they feed on your reaction. They get better and they continue to manipulate you more the way you react. So if, for example, you and I have issues and you think I'm going, just ignore, you allow me finish. Are you done? Can I leave? That's not the reaction I always expect. So it puts me back and I say, but I expected that to have said it, then I will now throw maybe a word I've been keeping. And you said, I said, that's why you didn't do it last year. That's why you didn't do well last year. But if you keep quiet and you allow them finish, and sometimes, you know, there are ways in which you can do it. No need to throw evidence, just let them finish. you're done, and you're excused. It destabilizes them a lot. I've read about that, it destabilizes them. So it's not something I've done before. I wish I'd done it before. But I can say I started doing it, and I see that it has worked. It's working. Just let it act as if, but focus on, if it's workplace, focus on what the person wants you to do. But act as if the person didn't say anything. I think it's one of the best things.
All right, Florence.
Okay, so it's a question within a question based on what she said. What if in a situation whereby that gaslighting, because some people can be emotional and it's hurting your emotions while in the workplace, or which can affect so many other things, how can you then approach that?
We'll come back to that. You're answering our own or his own?
I'm answering
Florence's own.
Florence's question based on what Ms. Fatima has said.
Okay.
It's simple. Building your mentality. Simple as that. Once you have strong mentality, you can control your emotions, you can control any situation, you can control the person talking to you. So it's just simple. Build your mentality. I just started actually because I want to. I just started watching videos on YouTube. How you can build your mental strength. Simple as that. Nothing more.
Fantastic, yeah.
Okay,
Continue now.
Okay, so just to add to what Adibaya said. The thing is, the truth of matter is that in complex spaces, things like that are completely unavoidable. Yeah. Especially when you have bosses, there is no how you can't escape it. Because, like she had said, they feed on that. Sometimes it comes from let me use the word low self-esteem on their part.
Fantastic.
So they always want to feed on it. It gives them too much joy. Like the truth of the matter is that I really get the fact that people have too much emotion, but the truth of the matter is that you must, as much as you've taken that step to say, okay, you want to work in a public space, you must bear that at the back of your mind. You must take a deliberate and conscious effort to make sure that you daily remind yourself that, see, this is that I am, don't do that's our own problem. You just, I'm just speaking from my own perspective. The truth is that people say like happy. I have a lot of times that people say stuff, but because I know them that I've said to myself that this one, nothing there. The moment I just see that, he said I keep quiet, I just say, okay sir, yes sir, and I'm out. And that's just it. So the thing is, people cannot get at you unless you give them that power.
That's
So
right.
you must be mentally ready. And it takes like it's not something that starts
One day.
It's not a fast process. You must take deliberate and conscious effort. Even if it's not taking like okay every day as you're going to work. If it's going to be a daily application, okay, because I'm going to work, you must have that. You must be mentally alert. Your emotional intelligence must be
Top notch.
upright. Or else you begin to back at every. You begin to throw stone. You begin
At
to
every
throw
dog.
emotions at every dog that back.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I agree with you. So what it means, we've all spoken well. Hello, ma. We've all spoken well, right? Everybody, every one of us is right. Build your emotions. It's not going to happen one day. It's a conscious effort. There's something I do. I was doing a training on Saturday. I think I was telling you. There's one part of the training that says set intentions. When you set intentions, it's like affirmation. I'm going today. Nothing that I'm going to do is going to get me angry. So you keep reminding yourself of those things that you've said. So if faith comes at me, Lizzie, you will not get angry. In your mind, you will not get angry. And as the thing is coming and you can't do, you walk away. You understand? We need to go back to work, So you need to set that intention. You need to set that intention. Like he said, affirmation. Say it to yourself. And it's an intentional thing. You need to build it and becomes part of you. So if not, you have mental breakdown. Because somebody sees this is right. This is white. And as you are calling it white, it's telling you it is black. So what do? You begin to doubt yourself. That is what gaslighting means. You begin to doubt, is it true? Is something wrong with my eyes? Am I the problem? You understand? And like he said, it's low self-esteem.
Yes.
So they are using that to cover up something. And when you give them that options, they thrive in it. So walk away. Okay. While you are there. So also set something that will make you, when you are angry, what are those things? There are a lot of people that this is where their power is. I'm not saying power is in power. This place. Somebody is angry and is beginning to pinch this place. That is to tell you that it's trying to cool down. Some people's on his neck. They begin to do like this. So locate yours. What is mine? Where is mine? We all have, we all have it. It's to cool yourself. It's to cool yourself down. Remember? Yes, you need to locate that. Remember, when you are angry, your hearts begin to pant. This thing, that thing. So when you begin to pant, what do you do? So some is, they just begin to eat their stomach. It's to cool down. So where is that power? So locate yours. Some is singing. Some is singing. They just begin to sing. Sing inward. So locate that thing and explore it and let it empower you. So nothing. Building an emotional intelligence is not a one-day affair. You need to constantly do it every day. People, we are all human. And what makes us human from robots is because of our emotions. That's what differentiates us from AI. It's because of our emotions. If you go to ATM today now and begin to look for money, I say if you don't, maybe somebody is sick, and begin to talk to what is it called? ATM. Say, bring me money. And from there you go to the branch. By the time you rake, somebody will come and meet you, right? But if it's, when you're talking to machine don't know anything when you talk. You understand? So that's what differentiates us from machines, because we have emotions. And these emotions, like I said, there's no wrong or right answers about it. What makes you, because you can get angry, you can have joy, you can be happy. But what you do after that, while you are getting angry, is what matters a lot. Is what determines either you are emotionally balanced or you have emotional intelligence. Joy is an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. It's just like a thief now, a robber goes into a house to go and steal and got everything, the man will be happy. Do you want to say it's wrong? Let me throw you off balance, but let's go. We will not talk about that. It's all emotions. So there is no emotion that is right or bad or wrong. It's what happens, defines that emotions yourself. Right? So on this note of mine, I want to say thank you every one of you for staying with us. Thank you, and hope to see you in our next class. I don't know who I will call next. I have to call somebody next. Thank you, and God bless you.